What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Hearthstone Deck Tech. Today we are looking at the OTK combo priest, or APM priest, or BOAR priest, or pig priest, or topsy-turvy priest, whatever you call it. Test subject priest. That's what we're talking about today. It is a difficult deck to play for a number of reasons, right? And you can see the deck list right here on the side. This is a popular deck list. I forgot the name of the guy who showed me. I think his name's Galleon. So here's the deck list on the side, and we're going to talk about how to play the deck and a lot of the difficulties in the turns. Basically, it's a 7-card combo that requires 9 mana. There are some small variations and variants of the combo that you can use to win on earlier turns, depending on what the board state is like. But we're not going to go through that. We're going to go through just the simple combo, as well as how to deal when they put taunts on the board. So we're going to look at both of those situations, and the video is going to be long because there's a lot of stuff that we need to talk about in between turns, and hopefully we can address that for you players and make it easier for you to know what's going on, because it's kind of confusing, like in game, to you have like 90 seconds or a minute or whatever it is to make all these decisions and turns and put buffs on different things and not buff other things. Like, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with the deck, and it's really difficult to make those decisions on the fly. So I think by slowing it down and explaining what's happening, you can kind of get into a rhythm of what you need to do early, so that when the time comes, you got the combo ready to go, right? And that's what we're going to do. So here's the deck list. I'm going to jump into a match with the Innkeeper so that we have no time limit, and then we can kind of work out the plays, okay? Let's choose Druid, right? Where's Druid? Druid might be a good one, right? They have taunt, so it's an opportunity for us to maybe look at two different things here, two different combos and stuff. So first things first, the combo is 7 cards. The 7 cards are these, and you need to know what these 7 cards are. Topsy-turvy, test subject, vivid nightmare, divine spirit, stone tusk boar, and 2 radiant elementals. So that's 7 cards, or a radiant elemental and a vivid nightmare, because they pretty much become the same card. Okay, so you need those 7 cards. You need 9 mana. That is the general universal combo, right? For the mulligans, you never want to hold combo pieces. You throw them all back. You want draw. So you want Dead Ringer, you want Loot Hoarder, you want Blood Mage Thalnos. Some situations you maybe even play slower and take cards like Witchwood Piper, but that's probably... Actually, no, you probably would never take that. One card that I think of holding would be like Twilight's Call, just so you can get more draw. So... remember, something with combos is you always want to draw into the combo pieces around the time that you reach the mana in order to take care of the combo. So if the combo is a 10 mana combo, you throw them away because you want to draw into them like by the time you've gone through 10 turns. If the combo is a 5 mana combo, you maybe think about holding a combo piece, since you can go off a lot earlier, right? This is a 9 mana combo, so we don't need to get any of these cards now. We just need to have them when we have the 9 mana, okay? That's a typical general universal theme about combos and how to work them. Like, basically, this deck is all combo pieces, draw, and survivability, right? So you want the draw, and then you want the draw to get you into the survivability and combo pieces, so that you can play the survivability, which is usually pretty expensive, right? Psychic Scream, Giggling Inventor, Spirit Lash with Blood Mage, these things cost a little more. So we have a Twilight's Call in hand, and we have a Blood Mage, and we have a shield. So let's draw cards. That is the important part of this deck early, is to get as much card value as you can. So now we drew another Death Rattle minion. So regardless of what happens here, we're going to play the Death Rattle. These are all combo pieces. Divine Spirit, we only have 1 copy in it, so we can't use that. Boom, there's a Twilight's Call. Great, so we're getting there. So now, there are 2 copies of Test Subject And the reason why is test subject can really get you out of danger in a pinch. Like maybe you just need to see more of the deck, or you need to heal a few times. Using the first copy of test subject and topsy-turvy will allow you to cycle things like binding heal, power word shield, maybe even a divine spirit, just to get more divine spirits in hand. There are different routes that you need to take and think about. But for now, let's go with the standard play and just take our time. Like the opponent is playing a basic deck, right? So we don't really need to worry about it that much. Okay, now we drew 2 test subjects. Great. Okay, I have 8 cards in hand. If I play this, I'll end up with 7 cards, right? So that's what we're going to do now. But before we play the Twilight's Call, let's Shadow Visions, see if we can get anything of nicer value. Take another Shadow Visions, because Topsy-Turvy was actually an okay draw there. But I think I'd really prefer the removal here, so. Cool, so there's a binding heal that's gonna help a little bit. It's gonna allow us to heal up later with this. So let's play Topsy right here. There's a Spirit Lash, that's what we want to see. We got a pretty fat hand here. So let's. Here's a turn where we're going to use one of the Topsies, or the test subject, okay? Remember, anything we cast on it, we get back, okay? So we're going to cast this on here. And we'll go ahead and just kill it. So now we got the Topsy back, and we got the Binding Heal, and we healed for 5, and it was a free heal. So that's pretty nice little play to have survivability. But we wasted our test subject. So now we have to save this test subject. And now let's think about what combo pieces we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 combo pieces. So we need 3 more. We need a Radiant Elemental, a Vivid Nightmare, and then the BOAR. Okay? And we have 8 cards in hand. So even if he kills this, we'll have 9 cards. We won't overdraw. And those are some of the more important things about the deck. I mean, he's going wide. This is getting dangerous for sure. Loot Hoarder. Damn. Damn, boys. Damn. Taking some damage. Okay, we got a Spirit Lash. That's good. I think we're going to have to go with a double Spirit Lash here. Okay, that's nice. I think we're... Should we do double Spirit Lash, or... I think we do. Remember, we got a full hand, so we need to get rid of more cards here. Oh man, this is a tricky turn. The other option is we play Radiant Elemental and just waste the Binding Heal, but nah, let's not do that. Let's just, I guess we'll do that for now. I don't like to make those plays, but we do need space in our hand. So, and we're at 30 life. Like, it put us at 10, but we can get there. We have 2 Psychic Screams. We got a Giggling Inventor, so we have, a 20% chance of drawing into a card. It's gonna make good changes for us, okay? And there's a Binding Heal, so we're looking pretty all right. Okay, Vivid's okay, but we can draw into a combo piece, so we'll take a Power Word Shield.
Mind if I roll knee? Mind if I roll knee?
There's a Psychic Scream, so we're in business, right? Let's heal up. Cool. Great. Great. So we actually have the combo here, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we don't. We need the BOAR. So we don't
Hey,
quite have the combo yet. So let's see if we can get there. Still don't. Bounce everything back. Guess we just go with the regular heal. I kind of messed up that turn. I should have binding healed first. Oh well. For Nagatar. Whoever that dude is, right? Let's go ahead and put out that binding heal here. We got time. So we're close. We just need the BOAR. So if we pull, we have a 16% chance of pulling the BOAR. Can actually make that a slightly higher than 16% chance, but it's okay. Like, this part doesn't matter. We just want to show the combo, okay? So one thing that's important about the combo is you need space on the board. So you got to keep that in mind. That is one of the more important things with the deck. Let's just heal.
The light has betrayed me.
And as you draw more and more of the deck, and as you connect combo or get extra cards and stuff, like, it becomes very important to manage your hand. You know what I mean? Use spells correctly. No, we're just one card away from winning this game, right? So okay, power word shield. So there's the board. So we have the combo, but we don't have enough mana to combo off. So we will combo off next turn. 9 cards in hand. We're gonna be able to do the combo. So, boom. I got the combo. I got all the pieces in hand. I know I'm gonna go off next turn. So the important thing is, especially if you're new to the deck, is what am I gonna do on the combo turn? Do we have? So first, let's check. We have 7 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a BOAR. 7 pieces. Good. We have the combo. So what is the first thing we're gonna do? The first thing we're gonna do is throw out all the creatures. Throw out the test subject. Throw out the BOAR. Throw out the radiant, and then the second radiant, or copy the radiant. It's important that you use that radiant, then vivid nightmare, obviously, because you're going to copy the radiant. Okay, so we're going to do that first, then we're going to put all the buffs on the test subject. Okay, so let's do that.
The gates are open.
Okay, our opponent played a taunt, so now the game plan is going to change a little bit, and we're going to discuss both things. Okay, so there are 2 routes. There's what happens if he has a taunt or multiple taunts, and there's what happens if he doesn't have a taunt. Okay? Those are the 2 routes. The beginning of both routes is the same. You still open up the same. So we're going to go through the opening, okay, right? 1, 1, 1. Okay. Copy the... Oh, shit. I was like, where's my second combo piece? So... if you only have 1 radiant, you need double vivid, okay? But if you have 2 radiants, you only need 1 vivid. So, laid all the creatures out on the board. Now, we need to buff the test subject. So, I put Divine Spirit, we put Vivid, and then we're going to play Topsy-Turvy. Now, look at the test subject. It has Divine Spirit and Vivid Nightmare on it. It doesn't show the Vivid Nightmare, but it has 1 Vivid Nightmare on it. So when I kill it, I'm going to get those spells back. Now, which one you kill is up to you, but I always kill the one with 1 health. Because then I know which my original one is. I know that this one, the one on the left, has all the buffs, right? Well, they're going to clone the same buffs, but it's just easy to manage, right? So without thinking, I can just kill this one, boom. Now I have all those spells back. I got the same spells back. So I played the spells onto this guy again. So now when I play a Divine Spirit, if you look at him, Now he has 2 Divine Spirits. I want to play a Vivid on him. Now he has 2 Vivids. It doesn't show it, but he now has 2 Vivids. So then I kill this one again, which is just a copy of it. And now my hand has 2 Divine Spirits and 2 Vivid Nightmares. Okay? So now I use the extra copy of Vivid Nightmare to copy a Radiant Elemental. So now everything I play from this point out costs no mana. This is the opening. No matter if it has a taunt on the board or there's nothing on the board, you will always open this way. Okay? So now, if we want to get more buffs, we know we have to kill this test subject. If the situation were that the opponent didn't have a taunt, then the game plan would be to put the Divine Spirits on the BOAR and just Vivid Nightmare on the test subject, right? So we would just put Divine Spirits on the BOAR, use the Vivid Nightmare on the test subject, kill off the test subject. Now look at my hand. Now my hand has 2 Divine Spirits and I have 3 Vivid Nightmares now. Okay? So we'll do this again. We'll put Divine Spirit. Now when I play the Vivid Nightmare on here, my next hand is going to have 4 Vivid Nightmares. Okay? So I don't want to get too many. I'm going to get 4 Vivid Nightmares off of this, right? So we'll play 1 on here. Everything else, I'll just play on this minion. So we'll play a Vivid Nightmare. And we'll kill off the BOAR. Vivid Nightmare. Kill off the BOAR. Test subject. The reason why I'm showing it to you this way is because you need to know how much space you have in your hand. Now my hand is full. Now I can't play any more buffs on this guy. If I created more buffs on the test subject, I would overdraw and burn my topsy-turvy. So I've reached my point. I have 10. You got to remember that. Now I have 10 cards in hand. I can't put any more stuff on him. Okay? So we'll put this on this guy. We got a 64 BOAR. You got 4 thingies in your hand, right? So now I know that if there were 4 big-ass taunts, I could kill 4. So what I'll do is I'll topsy-turvy this, because I'm going to go for lethal, copy it. And all you do here is you just copy as many you need, as many as you need. Boom. Right? And if I needed to, if there were more taunts, I would trade this one into the taunt. I would copy another one, and then I swing. Right? So that's already 128 plus 64. What is that? 196? Yeah, that's 100 or 192. That's 192 damage out of the hand. That is what you would do with taunts. And now, remember, that's what happens in the span of 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you really need to be quick here. But it's really not difficult. Like, if you just think about it. First, you lay out the creatures. You lay out that first opening plan where you get 3 Radiant Elementals. You just need to get to that point. And once you get to that point, you just determine how many taunts do they have on the board that you have to get rid of. With what you saw, we would have been able to get rid of 4. Okay? So, let's try that against a deck that's not known for... Let's try against Mage. I don't know if Mage has taunts, right? Do they have taunts? Let's try. That is what you do versus taunts, right? So let's see about a thing that has no taunts. Now remember, what did I say? You always keep the Death Rattle minions. You don't need combo pieces, right? So we throw them back. We'll throw back Shadow Visions. We want more Death Rattle minions. We want the engine. We want Powered Shields. We want Loot Hoarder. We want another Dead Ringer. We want a Blood Mage. We want those cards. So now here's another thing. If we drew double Vivid Nightmare, or we drew a second Radiant Elemental, it actually may be okay to just play one of the Radiant Elementals early. But it's okay. We have a good engine. We already had a creature. So we have a target for Power Word Shield. not good. Not the card that we want to see here.
Handle it.
Ouch. Blood Mage, cool. Blood Mage and Call, so great. Now, our opponent's got a pretty aggressive start, so we need to get that removal soon, or else we will be dead very, very soon. We might be dead in a turn if we don't get Blood Mage down us, so. Actually, I've made a mistake here, but swap a minion's attack and health. We'll use the topsy-turvy early just to survive. Maybe I should have used it on another creature, I'm not sure, but.
Handle it.
Oh, we died. Did we die 10, 17? Yep, looks like we died. Might have to try that again. Victim to the draw, guys, you know? That's a rough start. You see how aggressive that was, and we died to that. It's not perfect, right? Let's try it again. Yikes. And that's just a mage basic deck, right? So,
You asked for it.
all right, we have a loot hoarder, so we'll go ahead and keep the Twilight's Call, and we have a shield, so those are good starting. Twilight's Call I would never keep unless I had at least one death rattle, and even then, like, you know, we're lucky to have the coin in this situation. So, I mean, we got a good amount of draw here. We're gonna play loot hoarder, coin, shield. That's nice, right? So.
Mind if I roll need?
Stone to Spore. We don't want to see that. Okay. We have two calls, so let's just put one out early. The reason why we're doing that is because we have a second in hand, so we're gonna at least get two more loot hoarders on the board. Maybe we get lucky here. Let's see. Okay, we'll take a binding heal. Put this out. Sure. This deck's tricky. There's a lot of play, like, you know, you can fall victim to draw, or you just don't draw into the important things that you need to play to win the game. Like, those occurrences can all happen, so. Twilight's Call. Now we know that if these die, we're still gonna have too much cards in hand. So I'm just gonna use one to heal, so that if they die, I can still manage my hand. I don't want to use the second one just in case I may have a chance at
You like my invention?
what is that card called? A test subject, right? Which we might get. So. Let's kill this, or let's trade it in. See, so there's a test subject. So now we actually have something that we can use buffs on, which we are going to do this turn. But let's see. Okay, so we'll play this. I'm gonna heal it. Is there another buff to play on it? No. So we'll use a topsy-turvy. Take both cards back to our hand. And now, because our next turn is going to be Psychic Scream, we can just go ahead and play all these out on the board. If we wanted to, we can use one of the Topsy-Turvies here to, you know, take less damage, but what's one damage, I think, at this point? So this next turn. Next turn is Psychic Scream, right? So. Wowzers! Damn, this guy's coming at me hard. Yikes. Okay. What do we have for the combo? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need 2 more pieces. We need a Radiant or a Vivid. And then we need a Test Subject. Okay, and we're getting close. We're 2 turns away from the combo, right? So there's an Ogre that kind of plays into the best possible scenario for us, right? In terms of what he can, illustrate for damage, right? So okay, like this.
Handle it.
Handle it, boys.
Tazdingo. Yes.
All right. So now we're getting pretty close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need a Test Subject. What are we gonna do? Still 1 damage to everything. Small heal. Probably should use Binding Heal there, but
Hope you like my invention.
I mean, oh, I certainly should have used Binding Heal. What a bad play on my part. Okay, we actually have the combo. Right? I think we have it. So instead of doing the combo though, let's just get 1 more turn where there's no taunt on the board so I can show you it. Show you the combo without the taunt. And once again, I made a mistake. I should have healed first before doing that, right?
They'll never know what
Okay.
hit 'em.
Combo time. So I'm gonna play it at, let's just, do we have the combo cards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So we're gonna do it. Creatures first. Creatures are out. Buff on the Test Subject. 1. Vivid Nightmare. Topsy Turvy. Boom. Buffs on the Test Subject again. 1. Vivid Nightmare. Topsy Turvy. Now, Vivid Nightmare on the Radiant. Now we're back to normal. So now we've reached this point. You don't need to buff. You don't need to make multiple boars. You just need 1 big boar. And I'm gonna just make this a little quicker for me. So I'll put 1 more Divine Spirit on it. Then I'll put a Vivid Nightmare. Use the other Divine Spirit on another boar. We'll just go ahead and heal up for free right now, right? Topsy-turvy on this. Now we should have 3 Divine Spirits in hand. We do. So here we go. Just buff that boar more. We have a bunch of Vivid Nightmares in hand to work with. Just make it. He's dead already, right? If we wanted to, we can attack with whatever boars, but for the sake of not doing a big boar, let's just make sure. Like, he wouldn't have to do this. He would have already been dead, right? So. Ten cards in hand. There we go. So. One huge ass boar. Swinging for 128. And it's not even necessary to like, even in that situation, we won the turn before because we could have just flip the boar as a 32 or 16 damage boar and put a bunch of Vivid Nightmares on it, right? But like you get the gist of it. There's obviously easy ways to get this combo off. And it's just a matter of recycling buffs as soon as possible. And you can get away with just 2 Divine Spirits. You don't need 3 Divine Spirits or 4 Divine Spirits. You just need 2 and cycle 2. So put Divine Spirits on the board. Put Vivid Nightmares on the test subject. Like once you've on, remember your opening. Play 4 creatures. Buff the test subject 3 times. Buff the next test subject 3 times again. Then put a Vivid on the Radiant. And then put Divine Spirits on the board. Everything Vivid Nightmares on the test subject. Refill your hand. Divine Spirits on the board. Vivid Nightmare on the test subject. Extra Vivid Nightmares on boars. Refill your hand. Divine Spirits on the board. 4 or 5 Vivid Nightmares. Combo. Divine Spirits on the board. Topsy-turvy. Then Vivid Nightmares on the board. Right? So, easy combo, pretty awesome. I hope this video was kind of informative. Like we got to go a little slow through the deck and the thought process. Obviously, in a real game, there's a lot more thinking and detail that needs to take place, but I'm sure you can do it, definitely. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you like that deck list, you can get the deck list in the description below. But if you have a different change and you're doing something different on the deck, let me know what it is, and we'll take a look at it. See you guys next time.